I'm good. I'm good. You might notice a new hairstyle.
Yes, and I love it.
Yes, no new
Okay,
hairstyle
ponytail.
over here. Okay, pony, call me out. Yes, ponytail. Yes.
This is a new hairstyle.
That is not a new hairstyle,
Yes, it
Vontoba.
is.
What did you do differently?
I put on some lotion.
Okay. Yes.
Hydrated.
Let me tell you about hairstyles that all you have to do is put on lotion.
What about it?
I'm just nothing. I have nothing to say about it. I'm just like, it must be easy being cheesy.
Aren't we all about the hacks?
Yeah.
You know, life hacks.
You remember that commercial?
I remember that.
He said it ain't easy being cheesy.
It's not easy being bald.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No.
Okay, people. Do you know what I have to go through to pull my hair up, put my hair down? Oh my gosh, you don't have to use anything.
Routine.
You just wash.
It's a whole routine. I have to go on YouTube and check with the bald head influencers.
You actually telling the truth?
No, I'm joking.
No, actually. Really? Because like to make sure you don't cut it or hurt or something like that or nick it.
It's actually very simple.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you for your truth and your honesty. We're here on The Good Life. I am Psyche Terry, beauty boss, beauty queen, and I am here with my best friend, my best counselor, my husband of 17 years that shares my good life with me, Vontoba.
I'm Vontoba Terry, and I'm so excited to be with you all today, be with my bride of 17 years and best friend. And today we're talking about the spring into goodness is what this episode is all about. The good life, spring into the good life.
Spring.
So this morning, I just want to jump right into it.
Let's jump right in. Let's spring into it, sir.
Let's spring into it. You told me about a trend on TikTok, and I'm like, we need to figure out if this trend works or not.
Well, simply because sometimes I think I could use anything and everything. You know, we do an electric car, so I wonder if this thing works for a car.
Well, let's see. I don't know.
Let's check out this trend or trash.
Shining bright like a diamond, beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shining bright like diamonds in the sky.
Okay,
all right. What do we have here?
Okay, so what I'm understanding is the acid in fruits and vegetables possibly can charge it from. But let me just pause for a minute and ask you, where in the whole world did you get? I know this wasn't a Whole Foods shop. I mean, where is this? Is this from your backyard? You grow bananas? Has this been like?
It would be nice to have a banana tree in the backyard.
Nice. Where do banana trees grow?
In the ground?
Wait.
Bananas grow on trees.
Okay,
and you know, that's interesting.
There.
Side
you
note,
just try to pull me.
You know,
I saw what you did. I saw what you did there.
I do go on Google and say, does this grow in the ground or does it grow on a tree? No, you try to pull me there.
You know, I'm gonna stay in this for 17 more years.
Okay,
what I'm saying.
So I'm quiz you. Do pumpkins grow on the ground or on the tree?
Oh, I do know pumpkins are growing in the ground.
Oh, see,
because we scattered the seeds.
But that banana came from our kitchen. I was going to eat it, and I might actually eat it after the show.
Vontoba, no, you know I have a thing. Okay.
Urban hydration is natural. So if we're going to bring fruit on this show, I'm
banana
not going to paint it.
You want me to airbrush this also.
Okay,
this is what. Okay.
Let's test it out. So I tested this charger to see if it works.
Okay, so the charger does work.
We're going to hold the phone.
All right.
And we're going to see if it starts charging.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see. Here's the banana. Oh, you got it in there? Nope, it's not charging. Nope. So banana. Ooh, don't you glue it on my hand.
I'm so sorry. I got to clear it out because I don't want the wrong acid in here. Okay.
All right, let's try the potato. You want me to do that? Ooh, you got it in there. Did that turn it? That charge? Nope. No. It's not charging. So it's a no on the potato.
Okay, we got one more.
No potato power.
No potato power.
Mr. Potato Head, where you at? Apple power. Let's see.
Oh. Ooh. Always squirting stuff. Did it work?
Nope, it didn't work.
I thought if I did it real hard and fast.
No.
Okay, I'm TikTok, viral, millions of views, and you're telling me something that is not true.
I've got a charger stuck in my snack.
Oh my God.
And you want to tell me this is a trend? So do you say trend or trash?
I say trash. How dare you, millions of views? How dare you be viral and it's not true?
I think it's a deep fake.
Deep fake. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Come on,
well,
CGI.
We gotta find somewhere else to charge our phones.
Yeah,
huh,
don't use that for an option.
Well,
mess up your groceries.
We try. Don't mess up your groceries. Your groceries are already looking like. I'm still trying to figure out where you purchased that banana, sir.
Let's get somebody to rinse this apple off. That's a good apple.
You can't eat that apple after it's been electrocuted.
Why not?
Because it has been electrocuted. The
Doesn't
electricity.
water cleanse everything?
Just your soul, baby.
You know
Just
what they
your
say,
soul.
water is life.
They do say that. Water is life. Okay. You know what, sir?
On that note,
The
Okay.
fact that it didn't work and I can't charge my car with an Apple because I was on my way. Because those chargers for your house are expensive.
oh my goodness.
Yes, I'm just saying. I thought I could get
keep your stuff charged. 'Cause
barrel
if
of
somebody wants to
apples.
slide into your DMs,
You heard me say
Yeah.
a burl of apples.
Burl?
A
Oh.
burl of apples. No, that's not it.
sounds
What you
like
gonna say about my
Burl rhymes
DMs?
with Earl.
What
If somebody wants to slide
you
into
stalking
your
my
people don't
DMs?
slide into my DMs, but if somebody wants to slide into your DMs, your
do
phone
they
has
not?
to be charged, so I can go
What?
on your phone and tell them stop DMing. No.
Okay,
I went
okay.
down the road right there.
Let's
bring me back.
Bring him back. Bring him back. Okay.
Wanna welcome
So
you
let's
back
talk
to-
about this, Vontoba. We
Yes.
have our next segment that we can focus on now.
Yes, focus.
Is
Focus.
slide into my DMs.
The question in our collective DMs is, how do you set boundaries in your family and a united front when it comes to parenting your children? It's a parenting question. Gwen, what you got?
One secret for a long-lasting marriage is to treat it as if it's a team. It's a team in which you volunteered for. So being on this team, my teammate is not my competitor. He is not my enemy, but he's my teammate. He's my partner. So we have the same goal. And our goal is to finish strong, and finish well. So when my teammate is down, I'm not going to come alongside and kick my teammate down even further. No, I'm going to come alongside and extend a hand and lift him up. And I expect my teammate to do the same for me. If I'm down and out, he's there to encourage me and to lift me and bring me back into the game. So we work together toward the same goal. And this is what makes for a successful marriage. You understand that you will accomplish more as two versus living independently as one. And as a result of that, you will enjoy one another. You will grow together. And most importantly, you will study one another and understand what it is that makes your partners tick. And how is it that you can come alongside and help the other person be successful? Because as your partner wins, so do you. You're a team. That's how you have long-lasting success in your marriage.
All right.
You know, Gwen is smart. I
She
just always
is
say,
smart.
Gwen is a wise woman.
Oh yeah.
I don't necessarily usually get like family questions in my DMs. Those aren't really what they're usually saying. They're usually like, "Hey, girl." I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen. But
Hey,
I
girl.
do. It's usually you. I love the question, just around parenting.
Yeah.
And we've got 3.
We're united, right?
We are united, but it's taken some time. We didn't grow into this. I mean, we
No, it
didn't
took some time.
go into this. It took some time to learn how, because again, being raised by a single mom and you,
Being raised by a single dad
Yeah.
in my teenage years, I had to learn how to discipline.
Yeah.
With young children in a new world.
Yeah.
Discipline them differently than I was disciplined as a kid.
Yeah.
While still making sure it was as effective.
Yeah.
We had to be united on that as well.
Yeah.
Because if one of us wanted to be tougher and the other one wanted to be more gentle, that's a mismatch.
yeah.
And we learned that mismatches cause conflict. So
They
you
do.
Gotta be united.
And the kids looking at you crazy.
Right.
And they don't know who to go to, or they trying to figure out, because at the same time, they're trying to get what they want.
Yes.
And we've got to figure out, how to collectively guide them. It was hard just
Yeah.
figuring it out.
Finding that common ground.
I feel like we're doing fantastic now.
Oh, yeah, I
Those
agree.
first few years, I'm grateful they can't remember, or
It
can
took
they?
patience
Yeah.
and prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not hitting each other upside the head like, no, you can't let them do that, or you fussing at me for
Right.
doing the most.
Or you saying you got to go get them? You got to get them.
Get down, it's
I'm
you
like,
and
oh,
your daddy's coming.
no.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
We had to
it's
figure it
united
out.
now.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's important with being united is also taking care of ourselves, because the parents take care of themselves, then they're able to be better disciplinarians, better teachers, better mentors to the children. So, part of that taking care is self-care.
Self-care. That brings us to our self-care hack of the week with our sponsors, Irvin Hydration. I love that particular. Yes, I love that collection. If you might notice, my hair is just a little different than it usually is. This is my queen hair, y'all. I am preparing for Mrs. America contest, and this is my look. How do you like it?
Beautiful.
Yes, thank you, babe. Well, it definitely came from using this product. So, I mean, you helped me change my hair up.
I did.
This is your BFF, and I'm like, why? Tell me why you love this so much.
I love this because, one of the things we do to spend time together, of course, you go to the salon for this part, is that I'll help you take down your braids.
Yes.
And
that's their real love, y'all.
I need is to make sure my fingers, which can get dry, make sure they're moisturized. I use the leave-in spray to help moisturize my fingertips so I can take down the braids without ripping your hair out with my rough fingertips. So I love that, and I've washed our kids' hair with the aloe shampoo and conditioner. It's just great collection. It smells good too.
I had no idea why you were wetting my hair to take it down, because
I was wetting my fingertips.
Okay. Yeah. And sometimes, listen, let me tell you,
it's like a good detangler.
It's like, don't argue with the barber when they're in your head, right? And I'm the same way. I'm like, well, babe, do you need to wet my hair to take it down? Like, you're undoing a braid. Like, why do you need to spray the braid? I'm just saying that's not how I was raised. But I thought he was up there spraying my hair, but he's spraying his fingertips. But I'm telling you, when I finished like taking it down, just to re-illuminate the room with a better fragrance, that's what I loved about it. I love just spraying my hair down, re-wetting it and refreshing it, and knowing that I'm doing it with the leave-in conditioner. But this shampoo here was so light and so airy, but yet it still dug deep, and I feel like it replenished my hair. And the conditioner, I'm just telling you, because I just did this whole new hairstyle, and I feel like it really brought my life back, because I had that other hairstyle for a while. We won't talk about how long, but this was a really good collection, particularly for me. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So
where can I get some more of that?
I mean, if you want it, right, for your luscious locks, I would say you can get it at Target. But I do know our next guest is coming into the group chat. Her locks, I mean, my God, amazing. Let's go ahead and introduce our next segment, the group chat. Welcome back. We are so super excited today. In our group chat, we have a favorite of mine, Miss Alexis Williams. Alexis is a real estate agent and cast member of the viral sensation on Netflix, Selling Tampa. I mean, millions of views, top one in popularity. Oh my goodness, this show was fantastic, and Alexis held it down. Alexis, welcome to our show. Welcome to the group chat.
Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes. Thank you for being here. I am so excited just to have you in the group chat. Many minds want to understand how you keep it so tight, how you keep looking so beautiful every time we see you. We follow your story and your experience. But what we really want to know is more about you, more about Alexis's heart, just your background, your recipe, girl. How do you do what you do? Are you ready to get in this group chat with me?
I am ready. Take me there.
Okay, here we go. I got questions for you. We want to understand more, just really, obviously we see you on this amazing television show, just viral sensation on Netflix. Help me understand how did you transform going from, I guess, real estate, and let me know if we're wrong, right? Because we only know what we read on Black Twitter, okay? But let me know if we're wrong, from television show to realty, or real estate to television. Like, what's like that 1, 2, 3? Just so for us that want to maybe go into celebrity real estate or something. Not that I do, but I mean, you did make it look good, girl.
It wasn't easy, but
So the process. So were you in real estate first, or what?
Yes. So we are all licensed real estate agents first, all practicing. We actually had a photo shoot, and this photo shoot was bomb fire. We was looking so good. And actually, before Netflix, there was another production company that was interested in us. And that's kind of what got the ball rolling and how we all got started.
Nice.
After Darrell reached out to the producers, Done and Done. And they're the ones who kind of signed up. So it kind of was like not on purpose. It just kind of fell into all of our laps.
Wow, that's just kind of how I feel like people always say that's how the universe works. I'm just like, that's God. When things are right, the timing's right. We like to say right people, right places, right time, the right things happen. So what were you doing before real estate?
So, before real estate, I actually worked at a bank for about maybe 2 years. It was something just to kind of get on my feet. Wasn't for sure what I wanted to do, but just kind of get on my feet as I was still being a mom and in the NFL too, Michael.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I have an affinity for bankers, girl. Vontoba is a banker, or he was until he came over yonder and took care of all the finances at Urban Hydration. But I love me a banker. Y'all are just so down to earth. I mean, you kind of have to be in order to be in that world. You're so honest, definitely. And there's so much integrity involved. There should be.
Yes.
I love hearing that.
Standpoint.
Yes. And then from banking over into realty, what was that transition like? Like, was there a different personality need, or what was that?
Personality wise, I've always been the same, just super outgoing, super friendly. So that kind of transferred over with to real estate. I think the hardest part was, hey, you have to be in at 8 o'clock and you get off at 5, compared to, oh shoot, what's my schedule like today? Or what should I be doing? Or how should I be doing this? I think that was the hardest transition for me, from going by what people tell you to do, compared to, no, I tell myself what to do now. That was tough.
Yeah, speaking of that, say it again, it takes a lot of what?
It takes a lot of discipline.
Discipline. I just needed to hear you say that again. It takes a whole lot, because I was just really going to ask, how do you do that? How are you handling what all this that you're taking on now? Your mom, you got life going on, you got real estate. How do you tend to take on so much? And when you do, how do you handle it all? What would you say, how you're managing all of that you have going on?
It's a lot. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat as if it's not, right? And I think it kind of takes time. It's not something that happens overnight, or something that you can expect, oh, I'm going to wake up today, I'm going to just be super disciplined, and I'm just going to get it done and figure it out. It sounds good, but in reality, you need more time, you need discipline, you need communication, and you need support, right? All three of those things together, and you can get very far.
Yes, look, those are the three. I tell you, I'm Mrs. Texas out here in the beautiful state of Texas, and I would talk. Girl, I would agree, discipline, but support, right? Those are one of my questions. How will you handle this crown? And it's family support, for real. You have to have it. So I love hearing you say that. When you talk about just family and just all those people that are helping you achieve your dreams, who would you say is this, a person or a family member that's really supportive? What are some of the things that they're doing that just really help you just stay and be who you are?
Definitely my mom. Growing up, my mom was always very, very supportive, very encouraging, always, pushed Alexis, try harder, keep going. She really never allowed me to be down on myself. And to be honest, I really never experienced failure as a child until I became an adult. And then I wish I kind of would have experienced it at a younger age. It would have been a little easier now that I'm older, but I believe everything happens the way that it's supposed to, but she's definitely the person who I would look up to for, that rainy day or to kind of help lift my spirits. And now that I'm a mom having a son, he definitely makes it easy to look over to him and say, hey, Jordan, mom's having a really bad day, and he definitely will uplift me as well.
Oh, I love that. I mean, I literally have chills just knowing that, you can call on Jordan and Jordan's there. You got your mom. I think, we talk about like, what is Alexis Williams like recipe for all of this success that we see on Netflix, girl. And I just love this, like, mama, mama and my baby.
Yes.
Cause I agree. And I think it's super important that up and coming mavens and up and coming celebrities and superstars that want to be viral, that they understand that it's not all about the screen. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Correct. You still have to put your family first, right? There's no way I could just focus on just me, just real estate. I mean, I try to carve out a decent amount of time a day to focus on, me and my goals. But at the end of the day, I still have a family. My son, he still wants my attention when he gets home from school. He still needs help with homework. He still wants me to make sure that I make that football or baseball or soccer game or whatever sport that he's into at the time. And it's important to me to make sure that I do. So again, it is hard to balance it all out, but I feel like as time goes, you figure it out. You fail a little bit, you learn a little bit, and you just kind of take the punches as they go, and you figure it out along the way.
Oh, girl, so wise. I mean, wise, wise, wise. I love just that we're getting to really and truly hear you and hear your heart and just hear all of this integrity and all this honor that is just literally, I always like to say, like, what's in your belly just bubbles up. So I just love that I can hear that in your belly, girl. Okay, so I
Thank
got to
you.
get back to the script. So let me see. I'm supposed to ask you about your just aspects, like when you were coming up, what do you think, Mama? What do you think she did to really help you become who you are today?
She really allowed me to be me. She allowed me to be free. She never tried to voice her opinion or shove her opinion on me about people or my life or anything. She really allowed me to, of course, still have parental guidance, but really allow me to develop myself as a person and what I like or don't like. And I really grew up with very strong morals for myself, for others around me. And I really think that that kind of helped me in to who I am today. I think that played a big role. My grandparents as well, they played a big role into that as well.
Oh, wow. I mean, legacy, heritage, you're giving it, girl. You are giving those gems to me. I'm loving this. I know you've got to go, and I won't hold you too much longer, but I do. I mean, we talk about Jordan. How old is Jordan?
He's 11.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to your 10-year-old self. So Jordan's 11. I've got an 11-year-old too, little Vaughn. I love that baby. Love him, love him.
I
So
understand.
right? It's just, I mean, he's in baseball, so it sounds like you're in that mom sport life as well. What would you, Alexis, tell your 10-year-old self if you could today? Like if you met her at, I don't know, something. I don't know, where would you have met your 10-year-old self at today? Like what would you be doing at 10?
Probably playing outside in some kind of sport. I don't know. I was a huge outside person and I love sports. But if I could tell my 10-year-old self something, I would definitely say, girl, keep going. The days are going to get rough. It's going to look hard. You might fail a little bit. Get up, take a few more punches, keep rolling. Never allow that to stop you or make you feel like you can't become someone who you're desired to become. That's what I would probably tell my 10-year-old self.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
To be
so
honest, I
now
probably did. I was an only child.
yeah, yeah, me too. Me too. Oh my gosh, Alexis, I'm a little teary, and that just tends to happen in the group chat, girl. When we get real, it gets real. And I just thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for sharing your recipe and dropping those gems for your 10-year-old self, girl. For my up and coming, my 7-year-old that's about to be 10, in a few years. For her, for moms that are raising 10-year-old little girls, and for moms that are just raising themselves, just trying to be that next best that they are, God-given plan to be. Thank you, girl. You are awesome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys having me. And again, I think it's really important that everyone remembers timing, right? Timing is probably the most important aspects of life. If God feels like you're not ready for it, He can't actually give it to you, no matter how much you pray for it. So it's something that you have to be ready, you have to be willing, and God has to feel like it's the right time. So I feel very strong about it, and all women can do all things possible. So again, thank you guys so much for having me today. I really appreciate it.
Yes. Oh, girl. Oh, love it. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much, you guys as well.
That was rich.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very happy to have Alexis on.
Oh my goodness, Vontoba, what do you think? I mean, I'm still over here just kind of like in her awe. She left a presence in this room. Did she not?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh, it's like a little brighter.
Television is one thing,
Yeah.
right? But talking to someone one-on-one like you just did with Alexis, it's a different thing. It's almost like you get to see the presence of that person, and like almost like a breath of fresh air. You know, with just coming through, and television, they can edit things and move things around. You get one perception, but Alexis, she really shared that she has a lot of depth, and she's well rounded.
That's the word.
It's not about the fame. It's not about the money. It's about family.
Yeah.
It's about the experience. And she said, keep going. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a message that anybody can relate with.
Yeah,
You know?
I love that she talked about timing, right? And I know we've been talking a whole lot about timing.
Oh, yeah.
Where we're in a season of go, but not yet. And I'm like, well, which is it? You know, is it go or is it don't go yet? You know, but I really love that she talked about just, you know, when it's your time. And, you know, we know that just from the word, right?
Yes.
Time in a season. There's a time to sow. There's a time to reap.
That's right.
Yeah.
You take action, but how do you take action while being patient at the same time?
It's
That's
tough.
a challenge.
It is tough. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Well, thank you so much, just Alexis. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for bringing your light in this room, girl. You are phenomenal. Listen, we got to keep this moving, but I'm still just in awe. So I mean, my spirit is just, I feel overwhelmed with just happiness. But
oh yeah, that's great when a person is able to bring that type of energy into the room.
Yeah. I don't even, what's so authentic about it is I don't even think it was like intended. That's just when you are like good, right? Good just exudes out of you. And we know that because this is the good life.
It is.
It's the good life. And it's not just our good life, but it's so many good lives out there. And I'm so happy we get to tell their story.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, people are still asking us, how do we do good, though, Vontoba?
How?
We got some questions. Tell me how to. Tell me how to.
Hello, Psyche and Vontoba. How do you create a productive daily routine?
All right. You're a pretty productive person.
Oh, wise one. Look, I'm looking at you because you know you are like, well, we have this, and you'll be out here planning a daily productive life routine on me.
Well,
like you in March and February, and we only in like August sometimes.
Well, you know, we went to graduate school together.
Yeah.
You earned an MBA.
Yes.
I earned a master's degree in economics.
This is true.
And in economics, it's all about optimization. And efficiency and utility, which is another, economic term for just well-being, equilibrium, happiness. And being productive is one way to achieve that.
You know, I do love when you use big words, baby. I'm just saying. I'm over here getting teary-eyed yet again. Alexis, girl, now I'm over here with big words. This makes me teary-eyed too. Equilibrium. I mean, it's so right though, right? Just how do you like stay above water is what I'm thinking.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Sometimes those tasks pile up, right?
Ooh.
So I know you keep a to-do list.
I do.
Remember we talked about that when we were dating?
But okay, my to-do list used to be like written really big.
Page,
yeah, really
big letters.
I wasn't like it wasn't for
font.
lack of sight. It was just 36 font. Come on.
Yes, and you would do everything. You would get it all done.
It just made me feel even more productive when I wrote it big. It's just like do dishes.
You know what's beautiful about that?
It was like God speaking to me.
You did what
That's how his voice sounds. Big letters.
Well, I want to say you did what worked for you, right?
I did. That's what I mean. It was, but I also had like several to-do lists.
Right.
That kind of confused me a little bit. Just having like, I hear something over here, like, oh, I got to do this. Oh, let me go write this down over here. Can't do that.
So I guess where I would start for a productive daily routine is maybe focus on where I'm best at. So if I'm more of a morning person, maybe I have my more analytical, strategic projects in the morning.
Okay.
And then I focus on the more tactical, quick check the box, don't really have to think about it stuff for the afternoon.
Yeah.
But you really have to do what works for you. But in terms of productive daily routine, the key word is routine, right? Like you got to be consistent.
Yeah, we heard that before. We heard that in a recipe earlier today.
Oh, my.
Yes, I agree, Vontoba. So definitely choosing like when. Is that what I'm hearing you saying?
Yeah.
Like choosing when you're best productive and doing that. And I'm a person of days, right? So
Yes.
choosing different days for different things. I definitely do that at work, where I have this is my day where I do this. This is my day where I have a self-care day. I don't try to squeeze self-care in, like every day. I have my workout times, and even on my phone as I'm creating this productive routine, I put emojis in my calendar. That's just something new and fun that I like to do. So I have like a little workout at 5 a.m. with a little strong arm, and then I've got if it's a double workout, then I've got it at the end, and then in the middle of the day I like you taught me focus time.
Yeah, we do add focus time in our
to the
calendars,
calendar.
and that's a time where we're not checking email, we're not taking phone calls.
Don't call me.
We're just focused on completing things on our to-do list
ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I found that keeping times helps as well, but you have to give yourself grace. Because if you miss it, you don't want to get hard and down on yourself, because that can actually make you less productive. The less stressed you are, and the more positive your response to stress is, the better your productivity will be.
Vaughn, listen, and I know you are managing, you were managing hundreds of millions of dollars, and now you're managing millions and millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars. And I mean, that's just with the growth of I feel like, the verbiage and even in the Bible where it talks about when you can be faithful over a few, now you can be faithful over a whole lot. And I think that comes with, where we were managing a little bit, thousands of dollars at a time, even hundreds of dollars at a time, not millions of dollars at a time. We wouldn't be able to do that if we weren't understanding how to have this daily productive, and like you said, having grace for yourself. One of the things I would say that is just super personal and super like me, y'all go to the bathroom, like add your bathroom breaks. Do you remember that where I would just like sometimes not even like get up for a snack, get up for water, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And this is beyond like self-care. This is like for real, like breathing care, like just
Taking
make
a
sure
lunch break. Because your blood sugar, your sleep,
snacks,
your nutrition, that can totally impact how productive you are. And I just say, the big thing is,
so if it's a 1, 2, 3,
if
number
it's a
one,
if it's a 1, 2, 3, 1, make a list. 2, set times around that list, and 3, celebrate small wins. And then add a little consistency with it. So
we
productivity.
We do a lot of celebrating, a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, don't bite your bottom lip with that. Okay, we're gonna move on before I get uncomfortable with that. Don't give me a kiss. You can't do that on set. Okay, more and more with this. More and more.
I'll make you blush.
You did. More and more with telling you how to. I just want to hear more from you, Vontoba. I love how you are just so intelligent and how you share your good life. And you've really helped increase my good life. I feel like, especially with finances and how to do bills and how to do life when it's tax time. And tax time it feels like any time, especially when you're running a business, you got to have tax time like quarterly. I didn't know that, but you have helped me learn how to give and how to grow. Can you talk to me a little bit about just tax season and how to get ready for that?
Sure. I got something for you too. This is something that's near and dear to me, because my father, your father-in-law, he's prepared people's taxes for years. Little inside joke, the name of his business, actually not, but his business name is New Tax City.
Oh my gosh.
Inspired by the movie from back in the 80s or 90s, but New Tax City.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
I actually did an internship for him before.
At New Tax City?
It wasn't called that then.
What was it called?
Mega Service.
Mega Service. Listen, y'all, we are so excited to bring our next segment over to you. Give and grow.
All right, so number 1 for tax season. This is the best piece of advice I can give you. Don't wait until the last minute. Just because the IRS says April 15th, if you wait until the 14th, you are risking filing your taxes late and getting a penalty. So please start early. Start sooner than later. Number 2, you want to make sure that even though you're going to a tax advisor, you understand what's going on with all the different tax laws. If during the pandemic you got some of those economic incentive payments, some additional unemployment insurance payments, some earned income tax credits that were prepaid, that may be deducted from your tax refund this year. So before you go out and get a new car or that new watch or plan that spring break or summer vacation, make sure your refund isn't going to be smaller than you expect. Check with your advisor and say, hey, just give me a heads up. Some of this is going to be deducted from my refund. And then number 3, it's very important that you have all of your documents lined up. If you own a home, your interest statement, your property tax statement, you want to have your receipts as well, and keep as much of the receipts from your major purchases as you can. Any medical expenses, education expenses, child care expenses, you want to have the receipts for everything. And now the great thing is you can request those things digitally. Your statements from church, tithe and offerings, you can get those statements, and they'll send them to you in a PDF, and you can send that to your tax advisor. But those are the big three things. Start early. Check with your advisor so that you don't have your expectations unmet, and then also have your documents together. Right, Psyche?
I think that is absolutely everything you do, because I haven't touched the TurboTax file since we've been married 17 years.
17 years.
Glory to God. Find a man that can do
though?
your taxes, honey.
You understand it, though.
Of course I do.
You can do it if you needed to.
Didn't I used to?
Oh, yeah.
I used to.
Yeah, you used to do your own
Back
taxes.
when it was a floppy disk.
What is it called? The Z drive?
Yes. And you add it in there, and it's like
Yes. Before the USB.
Yeah, you had to print it off and all
Uh-huh.
that. Now, don't you say can you do it on the app?
Yeah, you can e-file.
Stop. Is it an app for real?
Well, there's apps for that.
App-
But yes, you
okay, I
e-file.
think you're just using
you
that
get
statement.
electronic filing.
Get out of
taxes,
here. One day it's gonna be in your mind. You just think about all the stuff you did, and then
I'm
you just
not putting anything in my mind.
It's just like click.
You know what they used to
No.
say in the old days?
Okay,
in the church
okay.
about putting stuff in your brain.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this is definitely. I think we've shared our good life. It's a good life. It's a definitely a work in progress life.
Yes.
But so much fun today, just sharing how we live our good life. You all
Yes.
have asked us millions of times just over these past 17 years in marriage and 13 years in business of owning Urban Hydration. How do we do it? And it is not easy. I thank so much to many thanks to Alexis Williams, just sharing the same exact thing. And she's in a whole different industry, but just like, it's not easy, but you gotta keep going. You talk about our daily routine and how we handle taxes and how we handle relationships and parenting. It's not hard. Well, it's not hard and it's not easy. It's right there in between, but it gets hard and it gets easy. But I love just that in between. It leads me to this phenomenal quote that we love to give before we say goodbye. If you are too big to serve, then you're probably too small to lead. That's from actually a friend of ours, NFL player Justin Forsett.
Wow.
I love that thought, Vontoba. If you are too big to serve, then you're probably too small to lead. Yeah.
what a great quote.
It is, and he's just fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
I
great
mean,
guy.
totally lives that sentiment. Small group leader. I mean, it really reminds me of that time that it was very important to me, against all odds, to be a servant, not a leader, because I didn't know what I was doing, but serving as the YMCA's coach for soccer.
Yes.
Had never played soccer a day in my life and didn't care, because it was important to me once I saw the little kiddos and saw that they needed a coach to step up.
You coached our daughter, Faith.
I coached Faith, and we took that over to cheerleading, and there are little girls that would love to be on a part of a cheerleading team, and there wasn't one in our area, so we did it. And of course we got life. Of course we got kids. Of course we got a whole lot going on. But that, just serving was fantastic.
It's one way to spring into goodness.
I sprung into goodness with it, Vaughn, and I didn't expect the leadership opportunity of becoming the YMCA's volunteer of the year.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
And it came, but
So
not
proud of you.
planning for that, right? Just not coming out the gate like, how you title me somebody, No, it was
just
like
giving, just
people
serving.
people needed service, and we were there. I mean, you were titled Father of the Year for coaching football, soccer.
Did you have fun?
You coached everything. Did you coach cheer and pom poms and
No.
and basketball too?
I coached a few different things.
Lacrosse.
No.
No?
I did a little baseball,
Fencing?
soccer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are a
Flag
G.
football.
Father
Oh,
of the
you
Year
won.
for
You won.
sure.
So I'm
Wow.
happy we had a chance to do this today.
Yeah. Thank
I
you.
want to spring into goodness with you.
Yes.
On a united front.
What's in your hand?
Well, I was
I'm
wondering
not
if you want to
about.
split this banana.
I'm not splitting jack that came from No Foods. Okay.
split this banana.
No, sir. That looks like No's Foods. No
Foods,
Foods. Not Whole Foods, but no
Okay,
Foods.
okay, we're gonna wrap this
Yes,
up so we
y'all.
can talk about.
We're about to talk about this banana. No, listen. Thank y'all so much for
talking
joining
about
us
give and
today.
grow.
No,
Don't waste your. Eat.
it's gonna be brown.
You
No,
can
y'all,
charge
we are
it.
good.
Well, you can't charge it and then
no,
you can eat it.
no, sir. No.
Okay. All right.
Thank y'all for joining us today.
Thank you.
Looking for skincare that makes a difference? Urban Hydration is natural, plant-based beauty that saves the planet. Our 5-star care is nourishing and hydrating and gentle enough to use on irritated, scratched, or scarred skin. Every product gives back to building wells in Kenya. One hydrating wash equals thousands of gallons of water. One wash equals a cup of clean water to someone in need. Shop now at Walgreens.
Hi, I'm Psyche Terry, and I'm a mom of 3 beautiful children and a co-founder of Urban Hydration with Vontoba Terry, my husband. We founded Urban Hydration some years ago because I had an issue with dry skin, dry hair, eczema. I was that girl in school that had super dry skin, and I did not like it. We founded a brand that was purely filled with good, clean ingredients that we could understand and that we could trust. Ingredients that helped our faces when they were dry and our skin when they were dry and crackly. We are so happy that we get the opportunity to share Urban Hydration with thousands and even millions of families across the country. And when we do that, we get to donate, right guys?
Right.
We donate a gallon of clean drinking water to building wells in Kenya. If you want to learn more about Urban Hydration, you can find us online at urbanhydration.com.